Alrighty, so we're going to be doing a step-by-step video on how to get started trading if you wanted to start today. I'm going to be going through the in-depth version of like what to get it, like what to download, what to sign up for, all that stuff. It's really not that complicated, right? There's only pretty much two apps or two apps that you're gonna want to download onto your computer or laptop, whatever you use. Obviously, if you're just using your phone, you can do that too. But this is going to be a like a laptop desktop version of what you need to do and what to download. So first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download two things, right? So I'm going to have two tabs open here. You're going to want to download a brokerage, right? So if you want to use Robinhood, Charles Schwab, Webull, whatever, I recommend using Webull. That's just what I use, and I'm gonna be doing this example on Webull. So let's just say you wanted to open, if you don't already have one, right, you'll download something called Webull, which is this, right? So you'll obviously sign up, right? If you go to sign up, you'll do all this stuff. It'll ask you if you want to open a cash account, margin account, or a joint, I think a joint account. So obviously don't choose a joint, don't choose margin. Personally, I would open up a cash account. That's just, it's the easiest. And I mean, you can look up the differences between those two, but pretty much a cash account is a lot, I guess, better to trade with, right? If you don't have a large sums of money. So go sign up for a cash account. It'll make you do that after you do your phone and all that verification stuff. So once you do that, then you can actually download it into your desktop to make a like a I guess the app version. So if you see here is an app for it. So that's what you're gonna want to do for that. And then the next thing you're gonna want to download is TradingView. This is just literally a charting platform, I guess, app that I use. Like, you don't need it technically, but I think it's a lot cleaner to chart on and stuff. So I would download this for sure. You just sign up, it's free, so you don't even have to pay for it. There's obviously like paid versions of it, so you get like, I guess you get more things with the paid version, but you don't even need to pay for it. It's pretty much just all you need to do is just have a charting platform out, right? So after you download those two apps, they'll pull up on your, obviously, your laptop or your desktop or whatever, right? So the first thing is a TradingView. Pretty much the first thing you're gonna see when you open up TradingView is it's not gonna look like this at all. It's gonna be pretty much the basic version of it, right? So this is gonna be like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna have like the white theme, right? So it's gonna be like all white, right? The candlesticks that I have here are customized to my liking, so it's gonna be for you. I think if you first open it up, it's gonna be red and green as the candles, right? But I obviously customize this whole thing. You can do it whatever you like. That's really not important. I just like the version of it being on the dark theme and then having different colored candles. It's just because I don't know. I guess I'm weird like that. But anyways, I like this version, and pretty much all I do on here is I chart. I'll have all my stocks that I watch, right? So I create a basically a watch list that I'd be going through every day, right? So just obviously over here you can see that I have all the indexes, all the, the Max Sevens, the oil stocks that I trade, and I basically put them into like categories, right, to make it easier. So this is what I do. I just like using this to chart on, just because it's a lot easier. You can do a lot more things on here than you can on like the Robinhood or Webull desktop version. You can do a lot more on here, so I like it a lot better. But yeah, so I'll make another video on how to, like, if you want to, like, how to customize this stuff and all that stuff and make it look like this or make it look different. But yeah, this is basically all I do. I just go through here, I look through the stocks on this, but that's not important. So that's what you're gonna have on there. So this is the really important part, is if you're going to have Webull, which in this version we're gonna have it, I'm gonna use it on this video. So obviously you're gonna open up Webull. The first thing I mean, this is I obviously already have it, so it's not gonna look the same, but I think the first thing it does when you pull it up is I think it'll make you sign in, obviously, and then it'll pull up, I think, something like this. I think I customized this as well, but it's gonna pull up a big version of pretty much the phone version, right? So it's going to be a bigger version, and it'll have everything it has on the phone, but in one, I guess one page, if that makes sense. But anyways, right? So you're going to have a huge column here on the left, right? It'll have like watch list. Why did I do that? Watch list, stocks, markets, right? So it has a bunch of different things that you can use. I don't use it, but they do have a lot of different things, like a screener, right? You can look through different stocks and look at the options in the stocks, or how, I don't know, a bunch of different things you can look at, like market cap, all this stuff here on the left. And then the important thing is we're going to be going through the customize tab, right? So you can see here, there's a customize tab. So this is where you're going to use it if you're going to personally like trade on here. Like if you were not trading on your phone and you want to trade on here, you're going to want to do the customize tab and customize your own little layout, right? So obviously I have a bunch of different layouts I have up top, but here I'm going to do a blank layout and I'm going to try to create it from scratch, right? So pretty much what it's going to show you is going to have a bunch of different tabs already set up for you. If you wanted to just, instead of creating a blank version and you want to just use the one they already have made, you can do that, right? So they have a bunch of different ones, like normal, day trader, multi-chart, options trader, bond trader, whatever. You can choose any of those you want, but for this video, we're going to do the blank layout. So all I'm going to do is pretty much customize it to however I want, right? So they have a bunch of different things you can add onto a layout, but I'm just gonna do, you can do whatever you want, obviously, but I'm just gonna do what I would do first, or what I would do personally. So first thing, obviously, what you're gonna do is add a chart. That's obvious, right? The first thing you wanna do is add a chart, because how else are you gonna trade without a chart? So this is the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna add it. I'm not gonna move it yet, but I'm gonna add a chart, right? And obviously I trade options, so I'm gonna add the options chain. So I'll add the options thing as well. I'm not gonna set it up yet, but I'm just gonna add it on here. And then what else do I use? So I do use the order book. This isn't necessary, but I'll just put on here for the sake of the video. I use that. What else do I use? You'll need an order entry, right? So obviously you'll need something to take the position in once you are ready to trade or whatever. You'll take an order entry. You can have your positions as well. And I'm gonna move the positions inside. So you can like move them inside each tab here, but I'm gonna move it inside the order entry. That way they're both on the same tab, so it takes up like less room. What else could you use? And then I think that's all and then you have your watch list, right? So you can have your watch list set up to where it has the different stocks that you're going to trade during the day or whatever. So that's pretty much all I would do. And then here I can set it up now. So I can do like, you can do whatever you want, but I'm gonna move my chain options chain over here to the left, right? I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller, but not too small so I can see it. I'm gonna add the chart right here, and you can move it. Obviously you wanna move them to literally line up perfectly with each other, so you can, basically take up the entire space here. I'll move my order entry down to the left. I'll move my camera real quick to, I don't know where to move the camera. I'll move top, bottom right. So yeah, I'll have the order entry below the options, the option chain here. So I'll move it here. And I think this is, yeah, you can't make it any smaller than that. So I'm gonna put it perfect. I want it to be like perfectly lined up. Okay. So you'll have, you notice the options chain up here to the top left, the order entry and the positions here on the bottom left, the chart in the middle, right? You can put the chart anywhere, but I'm gonna put it here in the middle. I'll have the order book here on the top right, right? This is all this really is this is literally just me. What I would like to do is I'll put the order book in, just because I like to see everything that's happening inside the stock that I'm watching, or inside the market as a whole, whatever. I like to see what's going on by the second, right? So I add that. You'll definitely have to look at videos on how to read and how to recognize what's going on here. But for the video itself, I'm not going to get into that. And then I'm going to add the watch list here to the bottom right, and I'll make this chart a little bit bigger so we can see it. All right. And you can also, like, even if you want to have more than one chart, you can add another chart on here, right? Like I can, if I went to, right, if I would just hit on one of these bars here, I can put add a widget, and then I can either hit all widgets and then go to quote and add another chart here, and I can fit it somewhere else. Or, right, if you're, the way I would do it personally is I would just go on to, we'll remove these things on the chart so you can add something different later. But what I would do is I would go to the grid part here. So say, you'll see on this little top left, I guess, indicators, drawings, line, and then you'll hit grid, and you can hit this different, like there's a bunch of different versions you can use, right? So you can do a 3 chart version. So it puts a chart here, you can put a chart here and a chart here, or you can just do 2, right? I think 2 is probably the best you can do. You'll get you'll put something here, like if you're wanting to watch the S&P and you want to watch the Qs, right? You can have that. So you have you'll pretty much have 2 different stocks that you can watch at once, right? So that's just what you can do personally, which is cool. So I think that's really cool about that. But yeah, so we'll act like it's just one for now. But yeah, this is what I'm gonna be doing here, is having this chart just sitting here. And then the really important thing you want to do is you now want to set all these as a group, so you're not basically flipping through and typing each one in to go and align with everything else. So you want to do is you want to set as a group here. If you look on the top right, we'll all have these little lines here, like the little gray dash button or whatever, and you want to set them all in as the same number, right? So we'll set as 1. We'll set as 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 here, right? So now, like, I'm gonna move this to the bottom left here, or I'll put this in the middle. No, I'm gonna the top right. Okay. So now that we set it as a group, now every time you click on, like, let's say you have a watch list and you have a, like for me, all right, what I was watching today was like Coin, Robinhood, MicroStrategy, and all that stuff. So if I wanted to change the chart to one of these names here on my watch list, all I do is I literally have to just click it, and everything will change to that stock that you're watching, right? So even the order book will change to it, the chart, the option change. So now you don't have to keep typing it all out. It makes it a lot quicker, right? So literally all I do is do that, and then it'll keep changing as each one you click, right? Easy as that, right? Tesla, all that stuff. So everything changed to the, and I had some drawings on there, so it looks a little different, but yeah, that's pretty much what the group would do. And then now that if you're gonna want to take a trade, super simple, right? You have this chart there, you have the options chain to the left, and all you want to do, like if you were just going to want to trade let's say the 300 calls, you click on the 300 calls, and it automatically moves it to the order entry that you had down here, right? It'll move it to the order entry here. Obviously, you can change it to whatever you want, right? Quantity, you can change it to whatever you want, 10, 100, 20, whatever, it doesn't matter. You can do that, right? You can even adjust the price to whatever you want it, right? Obviously, they're trading right around, well, it's the market's still open, so they're moving with obviously in live time. So you're watching literally what's happening right now currently. You can see the options keeps moving up and stuff, so obviously the price is moving up. So you can change it to whatever you want. You can move it to $2. You literally can do anything you want, or you can hit the ask price and it'll just move it to where it's at currently, and it'll keep moving with it, right? You can see that. So you can either type it in however you want, manually put it in, or you can just hit that and it'll just keep filling it, or it'll keep moving the price to where the option's at currently. So that's literally it. And then obviously I don't have it locked, or have it locked right now. So if you unlock you have to type in your password, obviously. And once you have that, it'll literally just have a button saying purchase. You'll hit it. And then once you have a position open, this is what the positions tab will be. It will literally just have a list of all the positions you have open. It'll have like a close. It'll have a close button, I think, something similar to close, and then you can just click on that, and it'll make you it'll put it back in the order entry, right? Once you hit close, it'll put it back in here to now then close the position. Then you'll hit that same button that you used to open the position to close it. So that's literally it. That's exactly how you will set up into Webull and use TradingView if you want. But like for an example, before we stop, of why I like TradingView a lot better, even though the chart looks really clean here, there's just not a lot of things you could do, like for, I guess, drawing on your chart specifically, right? So you'll have the majority, like the kind of the main ones, right? Trend line, right? You can draw a trend line, which is, I mean, that's fine, and all these different ones. You can add even like a long entry little graph here, and it shows you where you want to enter, where your take profit is, and then your stop loss. These are all cool, but I think TradingView has a lot. Like I'm gonna pull back TradingView here. It has a lot of different, I mean, it has so many different things you could use, right? Like, I mean, just so many different things. And even the drawing on here is a lot cleaner. Just, I think it looks a lot cleaner. This is just me personally. You don't even have to use TradingView, but I do personally, just because I like it. So, but yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way you can do to set up. It's so simple. If you want to learn more, just comment. I will make more videos like this, or just something similar, different, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll make a bunch of different videos. But yeah, drop a like, drop a comment. Peace.